Alright folks, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to dig up some of my Jerusalem artichokes today because I'm going to knock up some nice soup. And as you can see from the last time I showed you this bed, I put some nice well rotted manure mixed with some garden compost over the top of these tubers that are underneath where you see all the sticks sticking out that are cut back when the plants were finished for the year. And Jerusalem artichokes are really great vegetables to call on in times of winter, and they supply you with some lovely vitamins A, C and E, but they also help with weight management, good source of iron and potassium, and they're high in fibre and helps with blood sugar management. And it is also claimed that it's a great food for supporting prevention against certain cancers. So provided all those lovely attributes and the vitamins that they supply make them a great plant to call on and a great tuber to harvest in the months of winter. And it certainly beats putting poisonous jabs into your arm and filling your body with horrible chemicals. So this is something that keeps you really healthy in the winter, and it doesn't involve nasty chemicals and injections. So we'll see what's underneath this bit of garden here and see what tubers are underneath on this plant that has been cut back right here. So just going to put the fork into the soil there, just make sure that it's nicely away from the plant, and then I can lift up the tubers underneath and see what is in there. So there we go, just got nicely underneath them there, and lift it up and see what I can lift out for some nice Jerusalem artichoke soup for the next couple of days, because I've got one of those blenders at home that you can put the food into and then it just heats the whole thing up, and then you just press blend and then you have your soup, and you put a little bit of salt and pepper and a few other vegetables in there that you like. I usually find that if you add a couple of potatoes, or if you've got a large potato, then one large potato and a bit of diced onion and some veg stock, and then you end up with a really nice soup. You can also add a little bit of cumin and paprika if you wish, just to again add some nice flavour. And there's been some cold temperatures lately, so the soil is a little bit on the stiff side, but you can still get them out really nicely. So let's have a look and see what's in here. Really nice looking one right there, and another one there. And I'm not going to take too many today, just enough to make the soup that I want, and then I can come back and lift some more at a later date. But there's some nice ones right there, another one there, and I'm just going to continue to harvest what is in here today. So again, another really nice looking Jerusalem artichoke there, and there's some more in there as well. And you can harvest them throughout the winter months. So I find that if I take enough for the soup that I want and the amount of tubers that I need, then I can always cover them back over and then just lift them again when the time is right to harvest some more. And as long as all this lovely mulch is over the top, then the tubers underneath will keep nice in there within the ground. So there's another two right there, which is dead canny like. So I've got that so far, and I'm just going to see what else is in here today. So again, another couple of nice little ones there, and there's also another nice one right there. And as you can see, there's still a few more to come out over here, so we'll take those ones as well. and that's quite a nice little amount now. And I'm just going to gently shake the soil right here and just get the remaining ones that are still there. I think I might have caught that one with a fork, but it can be a little bit difficult to make sure that you don't hit any of them at all, because they do spread and they do accumulate in numbers quite a lot. But try your best not to catch them when you dig them up. But there you go, there's a really nice amount there, and I'll just make sure that there's none left on this bit of plant here. There's a tiny little one there, and to make sure that they don't spread and end up where there's just too many of them within the soil, and it's best just to check and remove any little ones that you see right there. And obviously that's no good for culinary purposes. You want these ones right here and ones that are like this. But just be vigilant and go through the soil and take out the ones that you require. So there's another really nice looking one there. And if I just bring this bit of plant over here, and there is just another small few, so just make sure that I got them all. And that is a really nice harvest there from that plant. So just make sure that I take off that one right there. So there we go, that's a nice little harvest. There's another one right there, which is lovely. And that'll be enough for tonight's soup once I've put it in the blender. So I'm just going to take that for me harvest today and just be really happy with those lovely bits of picking that I got there. So that's lovely. And Jerusalem artichokes, as you can see, they can grow to really nice tall heights. You can't tell by looking at these cutback picks, but they do reach heights of up to 8 foot, or depending on the weather, if you have a really favourable year, they can reach even taller than that. But they're just a super plant to call on in months of winter for some lovely vitamin rich healthy vegetables that you can use at home. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have another tiny little bit of a dig here, just to make sure that I lifted out the ones that needed lifted out today. So just carefully move those to the side, and we'll have a look and see if there is just a few more in here. But I don't want too many more, because it's best to just lift them as you need them, because they don't store that long unless you put them into a dirt bucket. But I just like to leave them in the ground and just harvest them when I need them. There's another nice one there, so that's really cool. And another, there's another lovely one there, beautiful. And that'll do for now. If there is any more in there, I will come back and have another little search in here at a later date, and I'll just be able to harvest some more when the time is right. So the last thing to do is just to get another bit of this lovely material here that I've been mulching with, and just put a little bit over there and just protect any of the ones that are still underneath waiting to be harvested. But throughout the course of December and January and February, I'll be able to come down and harvest these right throughout the winter and make some lovely mixed vegetable soup, or you can mix them with potatoes and have a bit of potato and artichoke mash, or indeed you can just make a really nice Jerusalem artichoke soup, which is what I'm going to do with these right here. And I'll put a little picture on the community posts of us making this soup, and you can have a look at the pictures and the stages that I used to make the soup up, and see if you like it for yourselves, if you grow Jerusalem artichokes out there at all. But that's a nice little harvest of those healthy vegetables. Catch you on the next one, everyone. It's always good to talk to you. Laters.